All right. So we've just been told that it would be good if we can analyze larger units, social units among African people. Well, a good place to start in this regard is pre-colonial Black Africa. Yeah. Another good place to start is Destruction of Black Civilization by Chancellor Williams. All right. It's another good place to start. Yeah. He goes into some stuff there. All right. Dealing with political institutions within different people groups, and how they became strengthened or weakened, and, you know, therefore became ripe for colonization and conquest and invasion and enslavement and so on and so forth. Okay. But pre-colonial Black Africa by Baba Sheikh Anthony is also a good place to start. All right. And I'm just taking from the introduction because he explains the purpose of why he wrote the book. Yeah. Until now, 1960, the date of the first edition, the history of Black Africa has always been written with dates as dry as laundry list. And no one has almost ever tried to find the key that unlocks the door to the intelligence, the understanding of what? African society. We have to understand that the dominant tools that we have at our disposal that are given to us do not assist us in unlocking the door to understand ourselves and our societies as a people on the continent and in the diaspora. Failing which, no researcher has ever succeeded in revivifying the African past, in bringing it back to life in our minds, before our very eyes, so to speak, while remaining strictly within the realm of science. We're not just dealing with arbitrary designations, feel-good factor, no. We're dealing with a scientific analysis. Because politics is the science and art of power acquisition, nation building, and nation maintenance and management. Yet, the documents at our disposal allow us to do that practically without any break in continuity for a period of 2,000 years, at least insofar as West Africa is concerned. Therefore, it had become indispensable to unfreeze, in a manner of speaking, to defossilize the African history, which was there at hand, lifeless, imprisoned in the documents. However, this work is not, properly speaking, a book of history, but it is an auxiliary tool indispensable to the historian. Indeed, it indeed affords him a scientific understanding of all the historical facts hitherto unexplained. In that sense, it is a study in African historical sociology. It permits us no longer to be surprised at the stagnation, or rather the relatively stable equilibrium of pre-colonial African societies. The analysis of their socio-political structures presented in it, allowing us to gauge the stabilizing factors in African society. Listen to that last sentence very carefully. The analysis of their socio-political structures presented in it, allowing us to gauge the stabilizing factors in African society. In other words, pre-colonially, there were certain stabilizing factors that allowed us to develop political, social, and economic structures among ourselves and among different people groups in Africa, or among Africans. The same is actually true of Africans in the diaspora in the context of enslavement. Those same stabilizing factors allowed Africans who were Igbo and Yoruba and Bakongo and Umbundu and Fon, yeah, and Mande, etc., to be able to socialize and organize and start rebellions or form so-called maroon communities. Yeah, these stabilizing factors acted as a cohesive agent towards the reformation of community and society where it had been broken up. And so Baba Sheikh Anta Diop is saying to us that through analyzing these stabilizing factors, we will find signposts for how they can be utilized in today's world for developing an African liberation agenda. Because those stabilizing factors, although negatively impacted, still exist implicitly within the culture of the people, just if we take the time to identify them, bring them to our consciousness, yes, and realize them within our institutions. That is the purpose of the book. It's not a history book. It's a book of African historical sociology. I want to know them thing there. All right. So we've gone through deconstruction. Now we have to deal with reconstruction.